everyone, it's Ruby. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be starting a new series, which is going to be my Christmas in July series, because it is July and I have some December daily spreads to get done. So we're going to be going through my 2024 December daily album. I have done some work in this album, but we moved in early February, I believe, and so everything got packed away and there was just a little bit of, we had to wait till I could get started again. So now I'm ready to get going. And my first story is super simple. It's actually going to be stories 1 through 3 in the video because a lot of these are really simple. So I have this picture of our tree set up and a Christmas movie, and you'll see I fast forwarded and all I did was some stitching, and I have a little slice in the page, and that journaling card will slip right behind, and the number 1 with some embellishments. So kept it very simple for that first story, and we're going to be moving on to story number 2. So story number 2, I just have a photo of my dog hiding under the little Christmas tree. She was like hiding under there for the first couple of days of us having the tree. We weren't really sure why, but the blanket is kind of comfy underneath, so maybe that was why. And I have some paper, like a pattern paper, that's so half the page pretty much is the photo and the other half of the page is a pattern paper. And I printed some journaling on this little snowflake paper, and it was a lot of journaling, so I wanted to make like a flip open kind of a situation. So I printed some of the journaling on one single sheet, and then the other journaling I printed on another sheet that's like folded in half. You can see it's folded open right now. And I'm just adding the adhesive to all of the pages, and it will open up. So you read the first page of journaling, and then you can open it up to the second page. And I wanted to add a tab so you knew to kind of open it, and it was like something to grab onto. And so because that first page of journaling is like a folded over piece of paper, I'm able to stick a little tab in there, which I'll do a little bit later. But I did sew down that gold rickrack a little sloppily, but it gets the job done. And I did that obviously off camera with just some red thread to hold it down because the rickrack is a little finicky even with some double-sided tape. And then I will get to sticking down the journaling, and I will read you guys my journaling because it's kind of, I mean, I guess the first page has maybe a bit of a reason why, but I thought this kind of was a little bit more enveloping of my reason why. And I'm using washi tape to create that little hinge that will open and close it. You'll see right here. But I will read my journaling. So December 1st, which is this photo took place on December 1st. And I said, December is here. We have made it to the final stretch of another year somehow. It always feels like it sneaks up on me so quickly, but also so much has happened this year. Amazing memories and heartbreaking moments all wrapped up into another trip around the sun. As I step into December season, I want to focus on how lucky I am. A couple of days ago, I was thinking about being a kid, and my dad always telling me, one day when you have your own house, you can have your own dog, and wanting to have a Christmas tree so badly, growing up Jewish. I remember going to Bath & Body Works with my aunt and being so excited for the day that I could get all these fun seasonal soaps for each sink in my house. Today, all of those little dreams are a part of my reality. Hazel's my best friend. I dress her in cute sweaters and bandanas, and we go on walks and cuddle on the couch. Stephen helped me decorate our house for the holidays, fit with a big, colorful Christmas tree of our very own. While my super scented soap days are behind me, the sentiment of my own little house with all my own favorite things is really a dream come true. It's so easy to get caught up in wanting more, waiting for one day when you have everything all figured out. I'm starting to realize no one ever has it all figured out. We will only be wishing for more if we can't figure out how to be grateful, excited, and enchanted by the life we get to live right now. One day, we'll be looking back on today, wishing that we could teleport back there, loving it. I'm focusing on doing that now. So I think it's just a funny thing because I do remember as a kid, we had dogs growing up, but I always wanted like a dog to sleep in my room, a dog in my bed, whatever, another dog. And my dad was like, you can do that when you grow up. And now I'm grown up and I can do all the things I want to do. And it's just kind of funny, like it's not really Christmas related, I guess, besides having a Christmas tree, obviously. But I think it's time to reflect, especially in the holiday season, being about like wish lists and wanting more and all these things. So having that time to reflect on like all the great things we do have, I think is important, and you know, something I definitely want to focus on this December season. So I am going to be doing that. And then it's kind of funny because my next page is literally my Christmas wish list, which is sort of really ironic, but it's okay. So I think that's kind of my starting place of the project, and I'm excited to kind of take it through with you guys. Obviously, I'm working on a 10x8 album. It's an Allie Edwards album from the recent launch, right? That was from this year. the floral one, and I'm very excited to be using it. And I like the 10 by 8 size, especially for this project, because it gives you more space to kind of work on things, but then also you don't get too bulky because you're able to spread out horizontally. So I have everything stuck down, and now when I open up that little page, I did cover up the plaid washi tape with this red washi tape because it's a little bit more matching. The plaid was just nice because it was really thick, so it kind of held it really well. But now I have this empty space that I wanted to kind of pick a few little things to stick down. So I stuck down a wood veneer from a past Ali Edwards December Daily collection just because I thought the colors went well together. And then I'm flipping through all my little embellishments that I have to try and pick what I want to put below, which I end up putting this little cardstock Santa sticker down, and it came from, I think, the Hey Santa collection. Mandy sent over a bunch of her leftover Hey Santa stuff to me, which was super sweet, and I still use all kinds of it today. But yeah, I will stick that down, and then I decided the orientation. I ended up putting the present on top and the Santa on the bottom, and that's pretty much it for this story number 2. It was a little bit more time consuming than number 1, but still not that much to write home about. I am using a little bit of red line tape to stick the wood veneer down. I find that that's the best thing to do, especially if it's going to be outside the page protector, which I am using some page protectors in this album, but I still definitely do a lot outside the page protector. So I thought that would be a good way to get that stuck down. That being said, I did use up the rest of my red line tape today, so I probably should order more. I don't use it often because it's definitely expensive, and it's also a little thick. So if I can use just regular double-sided tape, I do that, but I did need to use red line tape. The other thing I did forget to mention is I do put a number 2 because this is story number 2, and I'm just using this little number 2. I pull out a bunch of options, but the one I end up going with is, yeah, this style of one. It's from Boho Christmas or something. I forget what it was called, but I got it on scrapbook.com. It was a collection. I can't even remember where it was from, which collection, but it was something boho, I swear. So I stick that down with a little double-sided tape, and that's the end of story number 2. So a fun one, and then we'll go into number 3, which, like I said, is all about my wish list. So I'm going to start talking about it because I only have like 3 minutes of actual film time to put it together. Mostly I just stitch things together. But I love to create a wish list, mostly for my scrapbook. I mean, the only people who really look at it are my boyfriend, Steven. Sometimes my aunt will look at it, and then Steven will have his parents look at it. But like my mom buys me whatever she feels like buying or whatever, and everyone else just kind of freestyles. But I like to have the idea of like what I want and then looking back on what I had wanted and stuff. And also, it's always nice to have an idea if someone asks what you want so they can give you something you actually want. I know I feel that way when I'm buying gifts. So this year I decided to try and make it pretty cute, and I did it on Canva. And I created these little pages with like little irregular shaped blobs that photos of the items would go in, and then I had like a little hang tag with the price of each item. So mostly things from Free People, a stamp set, a lip gloss, a pair of headphones that Steven ended up getting me, and a couple other things, but it was not anything too crazy. And I decided I wanted to use the new 3x4 page protector from Ali Edwards that they released for this December Daily collection. And so I think there's 6 pages of, each page only holds 3 items. Oh no, there's 5 pages of items I wanted for my wish list. And each page only holds 3 items, like I said, so it's not that many items. And then the other pages that are, the other pockets that don't have those in them will have like little embellishment-y stuff. So the bottom left one, I just did a little, what is it called? A buffalo plaid green card with the do not open until 12/25, which I thought was appropriate. Then this red card is where I'm putting my number 3, which is the big felt green 3s, which I really love the green felt numbers from Ali Edwards. I think that was from the 2024 collection. And I'm sticking it down with some double-sided tape, but I am going to run it through the sewing machine. And then that Merry Christmas card is also from Ali, and I have a little fabric phrase that I will also run through the sewing machine. And the sewing machine was sort of what was holding me back from finally getting this project done because I was missing the power cord. But I found out that my Cricut cord works for it, so we're back in business. And besides sticking these few things down, I'm going to be all wrapped up with this first video, stories 1, 2, and 3. And I will be back at you next with 4, 5, maybe 6. And I'm super excited to continue getting my December daily wrapped up and enjoy sharing Christmas in July with you guys. So I will catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.